Hey, how's it going? My name is Wes. Welcome back to another lesson. In today's lesson, we have another yellow lesson, so a verb lesson. And in today's verb lesson, we are going to learn the verb venir, which means to come in Spanish. So as always, before we dive into the verb and the different conjugations, if you want to make a copy of this table, then make sure to pause the video and resume once you're ready again. Alright, so in today's yellow verb lesson, we are going to learn the verb venir, which is to come in Spanish. Let's get into it. So let's start with the first conjugation. Yo vengo. I come.
Yo vengo. Yo vengo.
So this is the first conjugation that we can add to our list. Yo vengo. I come. So of course, we also look at some examples always in these yellow lessons. So I come at 6 o'clock is
Yo a las 6.
which of course is
Yo vengo a las 6.
Alright, then the second conjugation is you come, which is tú vienes.
Tú vienes. Tú vienes.
So yo vengo, tú vienes. So we see that this verb is irregular because vengo changes into vienes. So the eng turns into ien. Alright, so then for our example, tú la semana que viene. Do you come next week?
Tú la semana que viene.
So next week here is la semana que viene, which literally translated means la semana, the week, que viene, that comes. So the week that comes. Of course, this becomes tú vienes la semana que viene, and we ask it as a question. So, vienes la semana que viene, tú vienes la semana que viene, do you come next week?
Tú vienes la semana que viene.
So literally translated, tú vienes, you come, la semana, the week, que viene, that comes. So you come the week that comes. So do you come next week? Tú vienes la semana que viene. So tú vienes. Alright, then the next conjugation is he, she comes, or you formal come.
Él viene. Ella viene. Usted viene. Él, ella, usted viene.
So he comes to the concert, and the word for the concert in Spanish is very similar to the English word. In Spanish, it's el concierto.
Él al concierto. Él viene al concierto.
Or, of course, ella viene al concierto.
Ella viene al concierto.
Or if you want to turn it into a question and we want to say you formal, then we say usted viene al concierto. Do you come to the concert?
¿Usted viene al concierto?
Or simply viene al concierto. Do you come to the concert? So él, ella, or usted viene. He, she, or you formal comes or come. Alright, the next conjugation is we come, which is venimos.
Nosotros venimos. Nosotras venimos. Nosotros, nosotras venimos.
So yo vengo, tú vienes, él, ella, usted viene, and then we switch it again. So this verb is quite irregular. So instead of V-I-E-N, we now turn it into V-E-N. So venimos. So we come later.
Nosotros más tarde. Nosotros venimos más tarde.
And más is with a tilde on the E. And it basically means more late. So más, more, tarde, late. So we are coming more late. Which in English, of course, is we come later. So we come more late. And of course, not to forget, we also have nosotras, if we were talking about a group of all feminine people.
Nosotras venimos más tarde.
We come later.
Nosotros, nosotras venimos.
Next conjugation is you come.
Vosotros venís. Vosotras venís. Vosotros, vosotras venís.
So if you want to ask, for example, are you coming to the game or do you come to the game? And the word for the game in Spanish, if we talk about, for example, a football match, is el partido.
¿Vosotros al partido? ¿Vosotros venís al partido?
So a el partido, but because we say a el, we conjugate this, we merge a and el together to make it sound better. So a, el becomes al. So vosotros venís al partido. You come to the game. But because it's a question, we also ask it as a question. So we don't say vosotros venís al partido, but we say vosotros venís al partido. Do you come to the game? Or in English, perhaps it would sound a bit more natural if you would say, are you coming to the game? So not do you come to the game, but are you coming? However, in Spanish, we say venís al partido. Do you come to the game? And then, of course, we also have, if we are talking to a group of all females,
¿Vosotras venís al partido?
do you come to the game?
¿Vosotras venís al partido?
And then, of course, we also learned that vosotros and vosotras are mostly used in Spain. And so if we speak Spanish outside of Spain, then we might want to use ustedes instead of vosotros. So the conjugation for ustedes is vienen, vienen. Ustedes vienen. You come.
Ustedes vienen. Ustedes vienen.
And of course, in Spain, this can also be used as a formal way of saying you. So, ustedes vienen. So, for our example, if you want to ask, do you come from far? Do you come from far?
¿Ustedes de lejos? ¿Ustedes vienen de lejos?
So, ustedes vienen. And then the last conjugation, which as always is exactly the same as the conjugation for ustedes, so it's quite easy. So, ellos, ellas also vienen. They come.
Ellos vienen. Ellas vienen. Ellos, ellas vienen.
So they come to the museum is ellos al museo. And again, museo is very similar to the English word museum. So el museo, the museum.
Ellos al museo. Ellos vienen al museo.
And then of course, last but not least, we also have ellas, which is a group of all feminine people. And just for the sake of practicing a little bit, let's actually try to change al museo, so to the museum, to the museums, so multiple museums. And this then becomes ellas vienen a los museos, so the museums.
Ellas vienen a los museos.
So ellas vienen a los museos, ellos vienen al museo. They come to the museums, plural, and they come to the museum, singular. Alright, and then here we have an overview of all the different conjugations that we learned. So if you want to pause this video and take over any of this, make sure to pause it right now and then press resume once you're ready again. And as I said before, the verb venir, as you can see, is an irregular verb, meaning that the stem of the verb doesn't stay the same across all of the different conjugations. So it changes from VEN at yo vengo, to tu VIEN, and then we switch it again. So instead of VIEN, we now turn it into VEN. So venimos. And then ustedes and ellos, ellas, again changes back to VIEN. So vienen. So venir is an irregular verb. Alright, and then of course, also as always, I created some practice sentences for you so that you can practice with these sentences and with these conjugations to see if you understand it. So if you want to practice with this, make sure to pause the video right here and then press play again once you're ready. And then I'll show the answers in a couple of seconds from now. Alright, and these are the answers. Alright, and that's it for the verb venir, to come in Spanish. Again, as always, I hope you got something out of this. I hope that you practice with these different conjugations and learn them by heart so that you can make this verb your own and start using it when you speak Spanish. Alright, that's it for this lesson. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I hope to see you in the next lesson. Adios.